What's going on, guys? It's your boy Ropstar, and we are back with another video. Welcome to Pantherology, guys. And this video is going to be about what Matt Rhule said about how we could possibly be and have a good chance of really being a good team. And I'm going to talk about CMC's injury, which we all know he's out for multiple weeks, but I'm just kind of giving you a little initial reaction. But before we get into that, I need you to go ahead and pound that like button, pound the subscribe button, and then comment down below. So after Sunday's loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Carolina's head coach, Matt Rhule, was very disappointed in how many mistakes the team made. Which ultimately cost them a shot of upsetting the Bucs. I mean, we had 9 penalties. We had 4 turnovers. A turnover on downs hurt the Panthers on Sunday, yet still found themselves only trailing by 7 with 2 minutes to go. For a young and inexperienced team to play so sloppy and still have a shot to win against a quality team says a lot about their effort and toughness and heart, in my opinion. I mean, the Panthers were only trailing 21-0 at the half. And I know I say only, and it felt like the game was just one more play away from getting out of hand, but Carolina didn't fold. All right, they battled back. They shut the Buccaneers out in the third quarter and had a chance in the game to tie the game in the late fourth quarter. It was very disappointing to Matt Rhule, who seemed optimistic during the post-game press conference. Quotes here, he said, "I think my philosophy has always been to just tell the truth. Find the good things and go off those. Good or bad things, emphasize the bad things, and then just move on. There will be the good things, also things that need to be fixed, and just be honest about those. I think when you have that mindset, you can be consistent throughout. The main disappointment for me here was being an offense who didn't turn the ball over last week, to now turning the ball over 4 times this week. That's sharp, drastic change. Then to have only 5 penalties last week, 2 of which were on special teams, and then have so many this week. They were really hurtful penalties on third down. That really makes it hard. The positive message is we made it so hard on ourselves, yet we still had a chance. If we clean all this stuff up, we have a chance of being a good team." That's a lot of ifs. We have to work at it to get ourselves there. That's a long quote from Matt Rhule. We got to clean things up to make up, and that can take up to several weeks or maybe a whole season, guys, especially at some areas such as the offensive line. And then, of course, quarterback Teddy Bridgewater, we know, had an up and down as he threw 2 interceptions. He also coughed up a fumble, but he threw for 367 yards. If he gets better protected, guys, who knows if two of those 3 turnovers even happen. Panther Nation Pantherologist, Bridgewater was under duress seemingly all day, but you do have to give credit for the Bucs defense, who may have the best front 7 in the NFL. Pantherologist, Bridgewater echoed some of the same sentiments that Rhule did about the Panthers' performance. And he said, this is quotes from Bridgewater, "Just a week ago, we played a clean game. And then this week we came out and we had 4 turnovers, but we were still in position to go down and tie the game. So like I said last week, if we could just get rid of the ifs, then we could be a really good football team. Tampa is a good football team, a division opponent, and we shot ourselves and came up short. We've just got to get back to work and try to play the game the way we know how to play it." And he's right. Because, guys, football is a game of mistakes. And it's hard to play mistake-free football for an entire game. With that being said, though, you just simply can't have that many in one game. especially against Tom Brady, because he's going to make you pay. And if there is one thing we have learned about this young Panthers team in the first 2 weeks, or at least I have learned, is that they have a lot of fight in them. They could have easily tucked their tail between their legs and let Tampa run all over them, but they battled back. And that's what I need to see. If we're going to be young and we're going to get beat up in the trenches, and we're going to have these turnovers, and we're young, and we're not, sitting on the sidelines with our heads down and our tail between our legs, that I don't want to see that. I like what I'm seeing with them fighting back even though we're down. So, fortunately for us, though, during the loss to the Tampa Bay, running back Christian McCaffrey sustained an ankle injury in the fourth quarter and did not return. His status during the game was listed questionable, but once the game was out of reach, there was no use in risking further injury for our star player. So now it looks like McCaffrey is going to miss a few games. McCaffrey has not missed a single game coming to the NFL in 2017, and that streak appears to be in serious danger. Losing McCaffrey for an extended period of time for us would put us in a really tough spot offensively. The Panthers do not need that. Since he is the straw that stirs the drink, you like how I put that together, I'm sure. In 2019, he became just the third NFL player in history to eclipse 1,000 yards rushing and 1,000 yards in both rushing and passing or receiving in the same season, joining Marshall Faulk and Roger Craig. Panther Nation, though, the Panthers will turn to Mike Davis, who has served as McCaffrey's backup through the first 2 weeks of the season. He has only ran the ball one time thus far. Davis replaced McCaffrey in the fourth quarter on Sunday and hauled in 8 receptions for 74 yards, which is very good. The only other back on the Carolina's active roster is Trenton Cannon, who has not taken even a single snap on the offensive side yet this season. So just a little reaction there about the loss of Christian McCaffrey for the multiple weeks. It seems like it's going to be multiple weeks. They're stating it's going to be about 4 to 6 weeks, which is not good. I'm hoping he's going to be back sooner, but I don't want him to get injured. So if it has to be the full 6 weeks, or if it's just 4 weeks, then let's have him back healthy. Guys, that is what Matt Rhule and Teddy Bridgewater have said about having a chance of being a good team, and my initial reaction to CMC's injury. Guys, pound that like button, pound the subscribe button. Like I said, comment down below. Panther Nation, keep fighting and keep pounding. We got to keep fighting for this team. Got to keep showing support and love for this young team. I promise you, right now, it's just going to be one of those years of, we're in that rebuilding stage. So, like I said, heads up, and guys, keep pounding.